Hi everyone, welcome back to Equipoise Classes. Today's video is not linked with economics, but this is just an article that I read in the newspaper and I really like. So I thought, why not share it with my community? So I'm reading this article with you and understanding what is pebbling and how it can, be helpful as well as confusing. And it can create bonds as well as create misunderstandings in the bonds. So I think I found it very useful, and I just thought of sharing this article. So yeah, here I am, and I'll quickly share the screen so that you understand what I'm trying to gauge. So this is the article which says that, does pebbling have the power to build better bonds? So first of all, it is important to understand what is pebbling. So I'll just zoom in and we'll read. Making small thoughtful gestures, that is pebbling, can elevate relationship but shouldn't be used as crush. So we'll understand what this article is all about, because I just read it and I thought, I should share it with everybody, and what is the better way to share it with everybody than creating a video? So yeah, here it is. So imagine you're sitting at your desk feeling overwhelmed by the weight of, okay, I'll zoom in, feeling overwhelmed by the weight of daily tasks. Your mind is clouded with, deadlines, worries. Suddenly your phone buzzes a notification. It's a meme from an old school friend or your old friend. Okay, you haven't spoken in months. You laugh, imagine this, closing your eyes, that, you've not haven't talked in months to a person or a friend, and you are really overwhelmed with work and your mind is too, tied up in so many things, and suddenly you see a meme from your friend, and there's a smile on your face and you laugh, feeling a wave of warmth as you recall shared memories. You tend to remember that person. This is a small act, but seemingly it's trivial, but it sparks the lightness in your day and makes you feel connected, that yeah, you have this person in your life. Okay, this is pebbling. This is known as pebbling. So pebbling is a term. What is pebbling? Yeah, a simple gesture turned social phenomena that is quietly redefining how we connect and communicate today. So in today's times, what happens is, earlier though we used to make calls, even calls were expensive, we used to write letters, and we used to make calls. Now we don't even have that much of time that we send memes or text to somebody. Once it's important, we'll say, oh hi, do this work, this should be completed by this time, and we don't have time to type also. So in this with this generation, in this era, pebbling is a term borrowed from mating rituals of male gentoo penguins, okay, who often pebbles to protect female mates as token of affection. They give it to female mates as a token of affection, okay, and has come to symbolize small everyday acts of connection among humans. It could be a quick text, a shared meme, forwarded song, or even a short message that says, hey, hey, I thought of you. So that's pebbling, that you're making a person aware that yes, I am there for you. Okay, but beyond these gestures, what is pebbling doing in our relationships? Okay, it is a sign of evolving social norms. Social norms are evolving, so it is a sign of evolving social norms. Or does it risk diluting the depth of our connection? Okay, that's a debate. Okay, because given the social the how the society is changing, is it is it portraying the change in the society, or is it actually saying that we are diluting the connection? So let's read. For Meera Acharekar, a French teacher in JBCN International School in Mumbai, pebbling is not an abstract concept but a daily reality in her classroom. Achrekar recalls an experience that illustrates how small, consistent interactions can have a profound impact. A couple of years back, I mentored two grade 10 students who were scoring B and C in French. She recounts, throughout the year, we had sessions twice a month, which allowed us to plan their academics, and they eventually scored A and A plus in their boards. I believe these small, consistent interactions help build the students' confidence, which ultimately reflected in their academic performance. Acharekar emphasizes that small, more frequent moments of engagement can be more impactful than grand gestures, especially for introverts like her who may find large social settings daunting. Okay, so these days, a lot of people, even I would say content creators, who are sitting in front of the camera, they are slowly becoming comfortable in front of the camera, but they can talk in front of the camera, but not in the social setting. So they are turning extroverts are turning into introverts, and this is altogether altogether a separate topic, and if you want, I can create a video on that, and I would love to, because that is happening somewhere with me also. So, and this has happened lately, that I was somewhere between introvert and extrovert. People call it ambivert. So I used to call myself ambivert. But lately I've realized I'm turning into an introvert. I don't like talking to people. I don't like going into the social settings. So I think that's changing about me. And I would want to emphasize the importance of, important role of my profession, that is the content creation, social media influencer, or teaching online. All these things, even though you may see that I teach and I interact with so many students, but all of it is happening online, not offline, right? So offline interaction creates a different impact. Pebbling and as emotional rescue. So for Pooja Menon, a college student in Ahmedabad, pebbling has been a lifeline in moments of emotional distress. During a period when I felt overwhelmed and isolated, a friend sent me a meme. Okay. She shares, it made me laugh, reminded me of good times, and led to a meaningful conversation between us. This single pebble, a meme, triggered a chain reaction, turning a moment of loneliness into one of the connection and joy. So imagine you're experiencing a lonely day, you don't have anybody around, and you just receive a text or a meme from somebody with whom you've not connected in months, and now you suddenly switch from loneliness suddenly to this thing that you cherish and embrace the connection, that yes, I had the connection with this person. You try and recall the memories, and now you suddenly feel happy and you don't feel lonely anymore. So that is how it helps you emotionally as well. Okay, so yeah, for men, pebbling serves as a bridge, sometimes eliciting just a smile, or other times opening a doorway to deeper conversations. Okay, Dr. Hansika Kapoor, a psychologist and researcher at Monk Prayogshala, Mumbai, suggests that the act of pebbling signifies efforts and thoughtfulness, two increasingly rare commodities in today's fast-paced world. So efforts and thoughtfulness is very critical. And when somebody sends you a meme or text, nobody has so much of time in this busy world that they send you a text or a meme. If somebody is doing so, a simple plain good morning message from somebody, or from anybody, even that is a gesture of effort and thoughtfulness, that yes, I am there for you, I'm sending you. So as soon as I'm waking up, I'm sending you a good morning. That means I'm thinking about you. And in this busy world, somebody is taking even few seconds to think about you. That's a greater gesture altogether in present times. Okay, so yeah, she sees these micro interactions as adding an additional layer to communication and close relationship, enhancing emotional expressiveness while also acknowledging limitations. Okay, so people, not everyone is expressive on calls or they're comfortable, but on text while writing, because while writing they know that you can't see them, they can't see you, but you can still pour your heart out when you're writing. So I think that creates an impact in itself. Kapoor highlights that while pebbling can enhance social bond, it is not a substitute for more meaningful traditional communication like a phone call or face-to-face conversation. It is not a substitute, guys. It may be a complement, not a replacement. This is a very good statement. Okay, you can't replace the phone calls or the face-to-face interaction. It's just to complement the facial interactions, that you met somebody and then you are sending them a text or a meme saying that yes, okay, yeah, I remember you, or you are in my thoughts, right? So that is it. Then Anay Pantoji, a Mumbai-based multidisciplinary designer, views pebbling with more critical lens. Now let's see this lens. Okay, so Pantoji feels that while pebbling can be a helpful way to stay connected in today's dystopia of instant communication and shortening attention spans, it often lacks authenticity. Okay, now what is it? Because see, in today's timeline, present time, attention span is really short. So even while we create videos, we know that more than 30 seconds, it is difficult to make you stay on one particular video. So we need to create something, we need to constantly change the background environment. And I was studying the successful YouTube videos, and I could see that for you who's watching this video, to sit this longer is really difficult, and I have to make you sit longer. If I have to do that, because our attention span is really short. So I have to come up with multiple sittings, backgrounds, ideas, transitions, and everything, so that you stay. Okay, so that is the reason in today's time, because the attention span is so small and we need quick communication, so we send the text. But how do we know that what are the expressions and feelings and emotions behind that written text? So that is something that's there. If you let these small gestures take over as main course of your relationship, things can quickly feel superficial and one dimensional. Dr. Raman Bhosle, a relationship counselor and a psychotherapist in Mumbai, adds a metaphor to capture the essence of pebbling's role in relationships. Imagine pebbling as a steady drip filling up the bucket. Okay, it's a steady drip filling up a bucket with every small act of connection, each drop adding to a solid reservoir of trust and affection. However, he cautions again mistaking the volume, okay, mistaking the volume of these small acts for genuine connection, emphasizing while pebbles have their places, they, are not the replacement for the deeper and more meaningful conversation. Why are we call it pebbling? Pebbling because small gesture. Pebbles, have you seen pebbles? Chote chote. So when you fill a bucket with pebbles, so gradually that buckets get filled up. So that is what we are saying, pebble. Pebble, small act, small gesture, thoughtfulness gesture, effort gesture, small gesture. That is pebble, literal meaning. Okay, universal phenomena. Pebbling is not one size fits all phenomena. Okay, pebbling is not one size fits all phenomena. Its interpretation and effectiveness can vary significantly among different cultural contexts. Dr. Sanjay Kumawat, a consultant psychiatrist at Fortis Hospital in Maland in Mumbai, explains that while pebbling might be a natural way to maintain connection in close knit cultures, it could be perceived as intrusive or superficial in more individualistic societies. Sanjana Prasad, a trauma informed counseling psychologist and psychotherapist based in Bengaluru, points out how pebbling can also lead to misunderstandings if not navigated carefully. Okay, it can lead to misunderstandings. It can lead to a hope that, okay, this person is thinking about me when this person at the same time might be sending text to 1,000 people, right? So she warns against breadcrumbing. What is breadcrumbing? Breadcrumbing is where pebbling is used to keep someone engaged without real intention of deeper commitment. So you're just sending a text and you're giving that person hope because you know samne wala is very emotional. When you know a person is satisfied even with pebbles. So initially what happens is in any relationship, you initially give them bucket of water, a full bucket of water. Then you slowly and gradually, when it comes to efforts, pouring in efforts, your bucket gets reduced, the size get reduced, then it becomes a bottle, then it becomes a small bottle, then it becomes glass, then become half of a glass. So when you know a person is even the thirst of samne wala person, because that samne wala person is so much in love and emotional pool, so you tend to give them hope even with small pebbles, and you know that that person would be satisfied with small pebbles for the time being. That is breadcrumbing. You're giving them false commitment or false, you don't want deeper commitment, and then you're giving them false hopes. So breadcrumbing, crumbs फेंकना किसी की तरफ, breadcrumbing, छोटे छोटे pebble देके breadcrumbing करना कि उसको भी रखो क्योंकि डीपर कमिटमेंट नहीं देना, यहाँ भी रखो. So that is breadcrumbing altogether. Okay. For example, when a potential love interest sends memes constantly but refuses to have difficult conversation, it can create lopsided relationship with an imbalanced power dynamic, because then the person is sending you constantly memes and everything. Okay, that's your potential love interest. But then when you want a deeper conversation, they are not available. So that they have the power. So there's imbalance of power dynamic, and they're giving you false hopes. That a lopsided relationship. That's not a proper relationship where two people are not equal. Okay, I say that there may be 30-70 in any relationship, there's 40-60 in any relationship, if not 50-50 in any relationship, but a relationship cannot function with 90 and 10. 90 and 10 could be days. One day out of 30 days could be I pour in 90% energy, you pour in 10%. That's fine with me. Situational, but it cannot be universally 90-10. Then there's imbalance of power dynamic, and then you really need to reconsider. Okay. Then Prasad's cautionary advice illustrates how cultural and individual expectations can significantly influence success and failure of pebbling as a form of communication. So it was all about pebbling. And I just read about this newspaper, and I thought in today's generation, it is important that these kinds of articles, we often tend to neglect these articles, or we don't read newspaper. The current generation is more focused towards watching a YouTube video of current affairs rather than going to the newspaper and reading the newspaper. But since I found this article, and I know that in today's generation, pebbling can create hopes, and can so I would say, I would, if I would want to break it into the generation, I will say people aged between 30 to 40, if they are doing the pebbling thing, that means that they are already secure and stable in their relationship. So pebbling is just a form of connection and communication for them. But people who are in their 20s to 30s, or early teens to late 20s or mid 20s, so for them it can create misunderstanding any day. So pebbling has both pros and cons, and it can also enhance breadcrumbing in some way or the other. So these are the concepts that I wanted to bring in, and I wanted to bring because this article contained the ideology of many psychotherapists, psychiatrists, counselors, trauma healers, and everything. Every person, from hospital to very successful psychiatrist, every person had their opinion in this article, which is why I wanted to read it out so that you know every perspective. And based on that, if something like this is happening with you, you can take decision, good decision, informed decision for yourself. I really hope you liked it. Not related to economics, but since it's my channel and I wanted to create the awareness, spread the awareness, so that is why this video was there. Do let me know how did you find it. Like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below and let me know if you want more such videos, that if I come across some general article, if you want me to share it with you or not. Be open about it, and that's completely all right. I'll see you with another video next time. Till then, take care, guys. Thank you so much for showing so much of love to Equipoise classes. Bye.